Welcome to Pilz, and I'm now looking forward to the Q&A session on our new Modular Safety Relay myPNOZ. And for my Q&A session, I'm joined by Jochen Bauknecht, Product Owner myPNOZ, and Steffen Letsche from Customer Support. A question for you, Jochen. What is your favorite myPNOZ feature? My favorite feature is the configuration by module order. This saves me wiring and programming effort. Thank you. And Steffen, what is your favorite myPNOZ feature? Well, clearly, coming from a practical background, I like that I can configure and set up my myPNOZ relay and the logic associated with it without any software, without any expert knowledge, without any extra cables. That makes it much easier in practice. So that's my favorite feature. So, Jochen, myPNOZ Creator is a fairly new tool, wouldn't you say? What advantages does the Creator offer customers? All the customer needs to do is to model their own application, and myPNOZ Creator will calculate the hardware from that. That means they don't need to know what we have in our portfolio. They just have to specify their application. And the rest happens automatically, and then they can order. So they get a green tick on it. Yes, they're given a green light and are ready to go. That's great. Steffen, myPNOZ offers a global safety function via the head module. And additional safety zones can also be monitored. How does this work exactly? And can you show us this in action again? Sure. So safety zones means that there can be different areas in a machine or in a system, and these areas actually run independently of each other. For instance, if you need to switch off one area because a safety requirement has been violated, this does not mean that the entire application has to be switched off, but only this area. We can implement this with myPNOZ. We can implement up to 8 different zones with one system. However, as you have already said, we have this global safety function on the head module, for instance, for the emergency stop, which acts on all these safety areas, on all zones. This allows us to switch off everything at once with the e-stop, or to only switch off the affected zone by means of the specific safety functions per zone, while the unaffected zones can continue to run and thus also continue to produce. Thank you, Steffen. Jochen, each myPNOZ unit is created individually and offers numerous options for the user in the creation and ordering process. But once myPNOZ is installed on the system, can changes still be made to the structure and safety logic afterwards? Of course, the settings can be changed at any time afterwards. Modules can be added or removed. The unit will indicate that the configuration has changed. It then has to be reconfigured with a potentiometer, and then it will start running again. Is the whole thing also tamper-proof? So if someone makes a change to myPNOZ, if someone accidentally makes a change, I get an error that says I have a conversion error. Just needs to be changed. If I want to secure it additionally, I can lock the reconfiguration function with a sticker. Thank you, Jochen. Steffen, now to the practical use of myPNOZ. What about the diagnosis of myPNOZ? Just in case it's ever needed, what options do I have there? As a diagnostic option, we have LEDs on each module for basically every function, for the inputs, for the outputs, for resetting the modules, and a higher level error display. This allows me to quickly diagnose which module may have a fault. And, of course, with myPNOZ, I also have the option of replacing a module directly on the system at any time. I don't have to dismantle the entire system. All I have to do is pull out the affected module to the front, insert a new module, do a voltage reset, and everything is running again. It's a matter of seconds. Steffen, I have another question. EPLAN supports the creation of circuit diagrams. And can the data from myPNOZ creator be transferred to EPLAN? Yes, indeed, they can. From myPNOZ creator, we can export an XML file, which is a special file format. And EPLAN has created a possibility to import it. EPLAN has created a myPNOZ configurator in the data portal. This configurator can import this XML file and can generate exactly this system, which was created in our creator, as an EPLAN system macro. System macro means that we have an individual macro for each module in EPLAN, and this EPLAN configurator takes all the individual macros together, creates a complete system macro with all the settings as they were created in the creator, and thus provides a complete macro that the user only has to integrate into his plan. In principle, this works exactly the same way as with the hardware, where I get a single device that I insert into the system. That's also how it's handled in EPLAN. I get one system macro that I integrate directly into my circuit diagram, and that's it. Thank you very much, Stefan. Especially convenient for the user. Thank you. And Jochen, we mentioned the type code earlier. What's that all about? The type code contains the configuration of the system. With the type code, I can reorder or modify the system. And by the way, the type code is also included in the QR code on the device, which takes me back to the creator where I can reorder. So we'd say it's a very important identifier. Exactly. Yes, wonderful. Stefan, the final question for you. What does the future of safety relays look like? Will devices such as PNOZ Sigma become obsolete? Or is the trend more towards individualized safety solutions? The trend is definitely towards individualized safety solutions, but the devices such as PNOZ Sigma, the simple relays, will by no means become obsolete, because we will have individualized solutions for medium to highly complex applications and machines. The simple applications will definitely continue to be carried out with the simple devices, such as our Sigma series. For the more complex applications, myPNOZ is meant to be used for systems with a normal degree of complexity. Up to 16 safe input functions, for example. For even more complex logical operations and more extensive systems, we offer PNOZ Multi as a programmable solution. So we at Pilz have solutions to cover the full range of individual requirements. And of course, we also have the associated sensor technology in our portfolio. Thank you very much, Stefan. Thank you, Jochen. And thank you for your answers. If you still have questions now, then feel free to contact our sales representatives worldwide, or you can simply go to myPNOZ.com. There you'll find everything you need to know. Thank you very much for your attention, and goodbye.